ESPN. Today we have K-Lo Elite founder and director Lonnie Lowry in the studio, along with, I guess he's a regular now, RC. Yeah, he's a regular.
Last week.
All right. So we're going to start off the show in earnest now. We're going to talk about injustice, fellas. But first, I want to publicly apologize for failing to adequately advocate for all the young girls playing basketball in the Mid-Atlantic region. Everybody knows I chase a lot of boys around and try to speak up when I see something wrong. And I haven't done that for the girls. So to all the women that have beaten me up about this for the past 7 or 8 years, I now understand what you were talking about, and I apologize. I do have my favorite girls. I had a few. I had Ashley Loeb. She got married. Her name is Rosario now. She played at St. Joe's. I had Aaliyah Butts from Temple. She might be the all-time leading scorer up there, close. I've had Nellie Perry. She went to Clemson, transferred South Carolina for her last year. Deja Reynolds went to Temple, transferred to Lincoln for her last year. And my current young buck down in Baltimore, Angel Reese, number 2 in the country. She's going to University of Maryland, Angel. I decided to wear that since I was going to mention your school. These are my homies. These are my girls. And I've gotten to know them on and off the court. I haven't paid close attention to the grassroots and the high school and the college recruiting stuff with the girls. So I was really shocked, amazed, and stunned to see what happened to Diamond Johnson. So I'd like to know what you guys think about it. I'm gonna start off with you, Lonnie. How does this happen? What happened today?
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac against the white walls, TV antennas in the back.
How does it happen?
Yes.
You may not
Politics, of course.
have.
Everybody knows that there's a lot of things that happens behind the scenes. I've seen it happen to different kids. Nobody top 10 in the country from most of, I guess, whatever she's ranked. She's ranked top 10 in the
6.
country. She's ranked 6 by ESPN Girls.
Yep.
So her not making it, to me, is like ridiculous.
Somehow she fell out of the top 24.
I would say, I would think school. I'm more boys. So like I just mentioned, Kentucky, Kansas. If you're a blue blood, you kind of make it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the school choice, politics. It could have been Nike. She's on the right circuit. She was the EYBL MVP.
Stringer's not a blue blood coach anymore. Did I miss it? When did they kick her out?
I don't know if they kicked her out, but
EYBL MVP. That says something.
that says a lot.
That says something.
She's screaming.
She beat up on a lot of people.
Right.
A whole lot. So
R?
This one hit home, though, because I'm not into this politics stuff. With all the basketball that is played on the boys and girls side, the high school level, grassroots, how does someone this talented, not only as a basketball player, but as a human being?
She got 3.6.
Oh, I got that, Del. 3.57. Mm-hmm. She is actively and continuously serving at the King Sesson Rec Center, helping out the youth. She's speaking at the championship game at Jay Zoo coming up. She has over 2,000 points in high school. The 2019 Pennsylvania Gatorade State Player of the Year as a junior. And she is ranked 6th by ESPN and I believe 7 and 8 by some other publications that I found.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what's an interesting thing I found. ESPN does scout grades. There are 22 girls in the 2020 class that have a scout grade of 98. There were only 2 of those girls left out of the McDonald's All-American game. And Diamond, I feel for her because she's getting left out of a life-changing event. Those kids, boys and girls, that McDonald's game, stays with you forever.
It's in your obituary.
Exactly. It's in your obituary. Mm-hmm. She's getting, so someone's going to have to explain to Andrea Peterson, to Diamond's family, and to Diamond somewhere along the line here, they're going to have to run into her and explain to her how someone with this resume as a player and as a person and as a student gets left out of the most prestigious, and you guys said last week on Baseball Guy, the McDonald's All-American Game is the most prestigious youth all-star event
There is.
in any sport, bar none.
None.
E,
Listen, somebody has to talk. Somebody has to say why this young lady is left off. Because from what I'm hearing from you fellas, right? She has the grade. She made the grade.
Everything.
She competed against the top kids.
impeccable character, no question.
Great character.
Not only competed, Eric, she led the EYBL
Right.
in scoring,
Right.
assists, and steals.
And as high as we hold EYBL performance and the EYBL competition, to go there and do that and still be left off is a travesty, right? To who she is, to what she represents, and to what she's accomplished.
Well,
I think Del touched on something. Del, when did Vivian and Boo, I'm going to ask you a question now. When did Vivian and Boo become irrelevant at that
non-blue
level?
bloods. Well,
Especially Boo.
the stuff I've seen, it seems as though it's 23 voters on that McDonald's Girls Committee. One local organization, I think it's called Blue Star Media, Blue Star Scouting. Blue Star something. It's run by Mike Flynn.
I know.
They control 4 votes. So we have 4 Philadelphia votes. It's like 1/5 of the votes. So I started thinking to myself, like, okay, we that's almost like a home run. I had her like, maybe 99.99. I was stunned. So then I looked a little further, and people told me that they did want her to play because Mike Flynn also has the Philadelphia Bells, that she was asked to play, and she's loyal. And I know that's important to my friend here,
Of course,
you know that. And I really respect her character and her willingness to go back to Virginia every summer because that's who she came into the thing with Boo. So she's going to go out with Boo. Seems like she got punished for that. I also know that people who play for the Bells have tended to go to like Notre Dame, UConn, Tennessee, more, I guess female blue blood programs. And maybe Vivian's Rutgers program has kind of fallen down a notch or two in the last decade or so because they were there when Don Imus went wild on them all on the radio. We know they was right there in the championship game. So it seems like she's being punished for behaving in an independent manner. We all know that people who control the levers of power expect you to do what they want you to do, and she didn't do it.
Now, Dale, this is something you always talk about with amateur sports and something that you hate. You always talk about why are the adults punishing the kids? Why are the adults taking a stance to make a point when a kid's, experiences are in jeopardy, right? You hate that. And this is what this is.
It is.
Clearly.
It is. It is, Eric. And someone has to answer because they are. Someone chose or people chose to exclude
Right.
a girl that is clearly one of the top 10 players in the country.
Overqualified for that participation in that game. Well, look, I'm sure this ain't the last of it. As the McDonald's game, or I don't know, did the Jordan girls come out yet? Did that list come out?
She can be on that one.
I'm pretty sure.
Mike, if you're listening, Diamond Johnson needs to be the first selection for the Jordan class.
But remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what